All right, baseball fans across the country are getting excited for those magic words, play ball. The Brewers are practicing at Miller Park, getting ready for the opener 2 weeks from tonight in Chicago. It's against the Cubs. So joining me now for a little insight into upcoming shortened season is the Brewers President of Business Operations, Rick Schlesinger. Good morning to you, Rick.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for joining us. I think people are excited that there is going to be a season. But question for you, how's training going with the Brewers? Have you I'm sure you've kept up to date with all that.
Yeah, we've got 45 players here at Miller Park doing sort of spring training 2.0. They call it summer camp. It's certainly an interesting kind of summer camp. And the players, to a person, they're excited. They want to play baseball. They have been cooped up like all of us in their homes and missed the enjoyment of playing. And that's what they've been doing since they were probably 6 or 7 years old. So yeah, they're ready to play, and we're excited to have baseball at Miller Park on the 31st of July.
Well, that's interesting. I wonder though, since players have been doing this since they were kids, and this is something that they've grown to love and do their whole life. How about the fans? Because I feel like that's such a big part. How are the players feeling about playing without fans? It seems like it would change the whole dynamic of the game.
Yeah, well, our players are used to playing in front of full houses in Miller Park, and there's no question that they're missing it. And it's going to have to be an adjustment. They feed off the energy of the fans, and it's a big part of the experience here for the players. And they're professionals. Once the game starts, I think the adrenaline will kick in. And they'll play, but it's definitely going to be an adjustment. We're gonna have to pump in crowd noise just to create some sense of presence, and players have to adjust. And we've all adjusted to our different world. They'll adjust as well, but sure would be nice to have fans here. But obviously, right now, that's not going to happen.
I know. It's funny that you have to pump in crowd noise. I think of like comedians or performers, when they have to have a laugh track. I mean, that's a similar sort of sentiment in a way. But here's the deal. Okay, what about the cutout crew? Because this is something that fans sort of get to be a part of the game, but not really in a way. I think this is hilarious.
Well, yeah, we've got over about 1,000 fans. Cutouts are up by the euchre seats up in the terrace level. We're gonna have to cut it off just because we can't handle the demand. And I've got my wife, Kate, and our 5 kids up there. So they come to so many games. I felt like they needed to be part of the experience as well. But the fans have been great. And again, we're going to have, visuals of that on TV when we have the games. And it's a way for fans to feel connected. They're going to be here sort of artificially, but still here in spirit.
That is hilarious. I absolutely love it. I think it's great. I'm switching over to a different IFB just so I can hear you a little bit. So it's just going to take me 1 second here. Okay, so as we think about the game, because the fans won't be there in person, but there is the cutout crew, there's different things like that. Will there be different things during the game, like the national anthem or the sausage race or the 7th inning stretch? Because even though people aren't there, as you said, it's still a game. They still need those breaks.
Yeah, we're still going to have the national anthem, and we're figuring out if we can have live performers versus a tape rendition. Still going to have the 7th inning stretch because that's part of the cadence of the game. The sausage races are going to be run around the state. We won't be running them inside the ballpark, but for every home game, we're going to have the sausages run at a different location around the city and the state. So we'll still keep that tradition. There's still baseball. At the end of the day, we're going to have the scoreboard. We'll show balls and strikes. Obviously, we'll have music, walk-up music for the players. We'll have music in between innings. We want to try to keep as much as we can for the players in the sense of normalcy for them during the games. And, players are creatures of routine and habit, and they like their routine. So we're going to try to keep as many as we can. And it's tradition. So we still want to keep as many things as we can, make it baseball.
It is tradition, and I think it's a great American tradition. When we talk about the sausages racing, you said they're going to run around the state. What do you mean? Will they pick different cities, or what do you mean by that?
Yeah, we're working with partners and community groups. We're going to have different locations where they're going to race. And again, it'll be, whether it'll be at a company or it'll be in front of a school or maybe City Hall, something like that. We're going to have a little fun with it. And again, get the sausage racers who frankly don't want to be cooped up either. Sausages want to be out and about. So we're going to have them, racing. It won't be inside Miller Park, but people will still see the racers.
I love that. Okay, so how about fans? So they can't come in Miller Park, as we know. Can they tailgate?
Now, right now, because the city of Milwaukee is under the 250 person mass gathering limit, unfortunately, we're not able to have fans in the ballpark, and we're not able to accommodate people gathering in the parking lots for tailgating. I still retain some hope that we may have an opportunity to have some fans here, but again, we want to do it safely, and we want to do it to make sure the city of Milwaukee understands and approves such a thing. So right now, unfortunately, no tailgating, no fans. But let's see, we've got August and September games, and maybe we can have some of that come in August or September.
Let's hope. If we all pitch in and we're all safe and smart, I think things can do that quicker. Okay, we want to have a little fun because I want people to get to know you. So I've got some rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, first one, favorite ballpark food?
Oh, I have a hot dog every game. It's just a tradition. I don't eat a lot during the games because I pace around a lot, and so I just have a hot dog maybe.
All right, there you go. Okay, favorite ballpark to watch a game at besides Miller Park?
Probably PNC Park in Pittsburgh. It's a beautiful ballpark. We tend to play the Pirates pretty well, so when I go to PNC, we generally do well, which is great. But it's a beautiful ballpark on the Three Rivers, and they've done a nice job with it.
All right, I like that one. I've heard the same sentiment from many friends. Favorite city to travel to for a game?
I hate to say it, but Chicago.
I
It's just because it's easy. The games are, a lot of times are game days. We play the Cubs well at Wrigley. My favorite places are generally when the Brewers are playing well, and we generally play the Cubs well at Wrigley. So I enjoy the experience. And Chicago is a good city.
I agree with you. I agree. Great food. Last one. Have you ever been down Bernie's Slide?
No, I have a thing about heights, and I think I'll let other people do it, and I don't think I'd be very graceful. My kids and wife have gone down the slide, but I have not.
Oh, all right. I'm with you there. Thank you so much for joining us, Rick. It was really a pleasure. I'm looking forward to the season and the Brewers getting to play. It's my favorite sport.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Here's the information for the Brewers, because again, they begin their season in Chicago on July 24th. Then they come home to Miller Park on the 31st to face the Cardinals. So that's what we're going to enjoy the Brewers this year, and you can be a part of that cutout crew as well.